Hello, welcome to the Children's Message. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Teresa. Today's message comes from the book of Hebrews. It is in the New Testament. No one knows who wrote it, but it was meant to be a letter to Christian Jews about 60 years after Christ's time on earth. The Christian Jews were being persecuted for their beliefs, and they were becoming very wary and discouraged. The author of Hebrews understood this and wrote this important letter to encourage them in their faith. So we're going to read part of it, Hebrews 1:1-4. In the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom also he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. After he had provided purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the Majesty in heaven. So he became as much superior to the angels as the name he has inherited is superior to theirs. So God used many ways to communicate to his people. At the beginning of time, God spoke directly to Adam and Eve, giving them direction on how to live their lives. As more people came to be, he spoke to prophets like Abraham, Isaiah, and many more, Moses. They wrote down what he said and shared it with the people of their time. Here we have Moses with the 10 Commandments. God told him what to write, and he put it down on stone tablets for people of the time and for ours too. This is God's way of communicating to mankind of how we should live in a way pleasing to God. He sent angels to speak to some. Here is Gabriel, who spoke to Mary as she discovered the empty tomb of Jesus. He brought her comfort. Hebrews tells us that people didn't need prophets or Jewish traditions anymore because Jesus died for all. God's plan was perfect and permanent. They no longer had to follow Jewish practices as a means to be purified. Jesus did that for them and for us. The book of Hebrews provided encouragement for Christian Jews in spite of persecution. God did not want them to go back to their old ways, even though they may have found it easier to just give in to pressure. The book of Hebrews tells us that Jesus is superior to angels, prophets, and priests, and now sits at the right hand of God. Pray to him, listen to him, live your life the way Jesus did. Jesus is a representation of God. God's plan is perfect because God is perfect. We will one day live in eternity with God thanks to Jesus' sacrifice. His suffering purifies us so that we can be with God. We only need to accept this awesome gift. So why do we need to live like Jesus if he's already made a sacrifice? He wants to do good in our lives. We need to invite him in. We can live better lives and show our appreciation for what he's done for us by following Christ's example. How do we do this? We read the Bible for direction. We pray. Let God know that you need him. And whether we let him in or not, we are going to have troubles in our lives from time to time. The difference is how we react, what we learn from our troubles. Trusting God will give you strength and peace. And you may share this with your friends and family. Help them to make their lives better. So God has something wonderful planned for us. Our time on earth is temporary, as are our troubles. Our trials are temporary, but his glory is forever. So the coloring pages that I have here today are from sermonforkids.com. Remember, don't go on the computer without asking parents first. I got this one from Pinterest. You just do a search on Hebrews and you'll find many of these things to color. If you follow Griffith First United Methodist Church, you may view our Sunday services every Sunday morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time. They are on Facebook, and we are meeting in person. We post a new children's message every Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for watching. Peace be with you.